Gwen, and this is my YouTube channel. If you've been here before, what is up? Thank you so much for coming back, and I love you so much. If you've never been here before, hi, welcome. I really hope you stay because I have a lot of fun here, and I want other people to have a lot of fun here too. If you've been here before, you're probably thinking, Gwen, what are you doing? I honestly don't know, but at this very moment, I am in a different spot than I usually film. Normally, I'm chilling back there on my bed, and you can see all my cool posters. Yeah, well, I'm sitting over here because I'm super lazy and did not want to put up my setup. So right now, instead of being on like a haphazard setup in front of my bed, you are balancing on a bunch of DVDs. So, congrats to you for having a DVD bed. Second of all, you're probably wondering, Gwen, what's with the hair? Well, it kind of ties into today's video. Not really. It's only tying in because I'm making it tie in, but it's fine. But today I'm going to be talking about tornadoes while my hair dries. We're only doing that because I have not filmed a video in forever, and I honestly completely forgot. It's currently 10 o'clock exactly. I'm just chilling in my room, you know, filming this. So, alright. So, I'm going to be talking about a tornado that I was, like, a part of. I don't really know. Anyway, let me just give you some background information about tornadoes here. I live in the Midwest. That is very common on, like, my Twitter page. I talk about how I live in the Midwest a lot. I make a lot of Midwest jokes that are not funny at all, but I keep making them anyway. In the Midwest, there's a couple things that happen. First off, there is like a 3-month period, like at the end of summer and the beginning of the school year, in which tornadoes are really common. They come through places like all the time. It probably happens like 7 tornadoes / tornado warnings or tornado watches during that period of time. So it's really common for you to be dragged down to the basement or into a hallway or like into a closet when you live in the Midwest, because there's so many tornadoes, and it is school policy that if they do not like get you somewhere safe, even though the tornado is nowhere near you, it's illegal not to. It's really common for tornadoes to blow through towns or around them or just like in the country and then like stop. I've been near a lot of tornadoes, and like doesn't even matter anymore. There's a point where when you live in the Midwest, you just stop going to your basement when there's a tornado warning. When you know there's a tornado warning, police officers drive through town in their police cars, and there's this loud siren that plays out of their car, and it's like a warning siren. Up until the age of like 9, kids freak out, you know. They freak out because it's like, oh my god, the tornado's gonna suck us up and we're gonna die. Like, you make your entire family go to the basement. But after the age of like 9 or 10, you just stop caring. The tornado sirens will go through town, and you just like stay. You just stay in your house. Like, sometimes it's actually a thing to go tornado watching, which is so stupid to me, I don't know. But it's kind of funny. You go tornado watching, you just stand outside and you look for a tornado. Or you, like, some people, they go on top of their roofs if they can. Like, if there's a window and then there's a roof next to the window, they go out and they look for tornadoes. They drive through town and they send a warning. Whatever. People, like, don't even go to their basements because it happens so often. This is just a jump off a little bit. The first Wednesday of every month, they test the sirens, and there have been times, it happened like once, I think, where they were testing this, it was like the testing time or whatever, but it was an actual tornado, and I was like in school, and it was an actual tornado that was near my town, and like teachers weren't really panicking until the principal was like, you guys are so stupid, go downstairs. But whatever. Sometimes, even though it's not very often, tornadoes do get really close to towns. There's some towns where obviously it like goes straight through the town every single time, and it's like it's really terrible, and it sucks, and I'm so sorry. For a lot of towns, a lot of places, it doesn't really go through the town. It doesn't really get near the town. It's just like kind of in the country, like being stupid, you know? So, I don't know. People don't really listen to sirens. But yeah, a lot of the time it's just like a tornado in the country, and people are just, it's pretty much just like, be aware, it might get close to the town, whatever. The worst experience I ever had with a tornado was actually this year, at the beginning of the year. It was the beginning of my 8th grade year. They take you down to the boiler room, they take you to the basement, they put you in a hallway with no windows, when you're at school, because they have to legally. Like, even if the tornado is like not close, they have to do that. If there's a tornado watch, you have to go inside. Like, if you're outside and there's a tornado watch, the school legally makes the teachers like make you go inside. I don't know. But the worst experience I ever had was the beginning of my 8th grade year. I remember I was in the middle of science class. The day was going to end in 15 minutes. It like was not very long. The school day was almost over. It was such a terrible day for me too, I remember, because I got into an argument with a bunch of different people. Like, they were all mad at me. Everyone was irritated with me. Everyone was yelling at me. It was a bad day. I wanted to go home. I wanted to watch like a television show. And then I couldn't do that because like 15 minutes before my science class ended, the last class of the day ended, a tornado siren just flies through town. We had to all rush out and sit in the hallway, I remember. My teacher was he was like kind of annoyed too, because like obviously he wants to go too, but he was like, okay, all of you gotta go to the hallway. He led us out to the hallway in a line, and then we all had to sit facing the lockers with like you have to put your head like this, like in between your knees, like, you know when someone is about to throw up but they don't want to throw up? They do that. They make you do that for tornadoes also, because if something like falls down on top of you and like hits you in the head or something, you'll be fine because you're covering your head with your hands like all around. You're fine, whatever. At most it's gonna like hit you in the back, or it's gonna hit your hands. So they make you do that. They made us do that for like 5 minutes, whatever. And that was completely fine, because like, you know, who cares? Like, we'll just chill for a little bit. And then it went on for half an hour. The school day gets out at a certain time. I'm not going to say that certain time because you'll probably be able to find me, and I don't want you to do that. But the school day gets out at a certain time. And then we were there for half an hour longer than the day ended. So we were there in the hallway for 15 minutes. The day ended, and then we were there for another 15 minutes. I was so mad. They made us sit like this for like probably 5 or 10 minutes. And then they were like, the teachers in the hallway were straight up like, you can just like sit up, it's fine. And the vice principal was walking through the hallway telling us we could sit up, do whatever we wanted, but we still couldn't go outside because it was a tornado watch. Even though the day had ended, they would not let us go outside because it was a tornado watch, whatever. We all had to sit against the lockers, like our backs were pressed up against the lockers. We were not allowed to talk to anybody. We were not allowed to talk to our classmates. We weren't allowed to talk to our friends, and we were not allowed to talk to the teachers. We couldn't even be like, yo, can I like go home? I have stuff to do, you know? Whatever. And then after like 5 minutes of sitting regularly with our backs against the lockers, the bell rings and like 4 kids stand up. And my science teacher, he has had to deal with this for like ever, because apparently it's like kind of common. I don't remember it happening at all when I was in elementary school. So he literally stood up. He was like, sit down. And the kid was like, but the bell rang. And like they got into an argument in the middle of the hallway over if this kid could walk out into like the storm. After that, I just remember I was looking around at everyone in the hallway, and everyone was slowly getting more and more annoyed, and more and more and more. And the tornado sirens are still like screeching outside, even though the tornado's like past, whatever. It was still like tornado watch. And then we sat in silence for 15 more minutes. It is 15 minutes past the time that we are supposed to be like going home. I would be at my house at that point, like halfway into an episode of New Girl. I wanted to be at home with like my cat. I don't know. I just wanted to be at my house and not, I wanted to be at my house and not in this silent hallway. Whatever. And then the principal came on over the announcements and he said, everyone return to your end of the day class and stay there for 30 minutes. And I was like, obviously, I was like, what are you talking about? We were just here for 15 extra minutes, you know? Like, it is time for me to be at my house. It is not time for me to be sitting in this dumb room right now. But okay, like, what are you talking about? So, of course, that gets anger because, like, we already had to sit there for 15 extra minutes, and I totally get it. They had to, like, do that for the buses or something, so that the buses could also pick up, like, the elementary school kids. Who cares? Who cares? Everyone in the hallway was infuriated. Absolutely, like, crazy. They were going to murder someone, I could tell. And they were all, everyone was screaming, because, of course, everyone was, like, yelling at their teachers, and then we all... one of the teachers was like, shut up, and like explained to them why they had to stay for 30 extra minutes. Like, no, it wasn't being explained to us why we had to stay there for the extra 15 minutes in the first place. We were not allowed to talk to the teachers to see if they knew when it would be over. And now we're being yelled at because no one understands why we had to stay for 30 extra minutes. And honestly, that, like, I know that we probably shouldn't have been yelling, but also, like, explain some things to us. We're 13 and 14 years old. We're fine. Whatever. We all walked back into our classrooms, and in my classroom, everyone sat back in their seats and were, like, yelling at each other across the table. Even, it was, like, not an argument. It was, like, a heated agreement, you know? Like, everyone was agreeing with each other, but they were very loud about it. They were all like, I can't believe we have to stay for 30 extra minutes. And then another person would be like, I know, it's so stupid. And then, like, they would keep doing that, like, over and over and over. That conversation happened with probably, like, everyone in that room, like, 4 times. Even I was like, I can't believe we have to stay for 30 extra minutes. This is so stupid. But my teacher was like, all of you shut up and, like, sit down. And we were like, okay, can you, like, explain this to us? I actually love this teacher because he talks to us like we're adults. Everyone else in this school treats us like we're like 6 years old, but he treats us like an adult. And he was like, I know, it sucks. I wish I was at home, like, chilling, you know. I wish I was grading papers. I don't want to be here anymore. But we have to stay for 30 minutes just so that they can get the buses to the elementary schools and the elementary school kids can go home, because we only have a set amount of buses, and the buses have to take the elementary school kids before they can come and get the middle school kids. And then finally everyone, like, sat down in their seat. They were all grumbling to themselves still, though. They were like, this is so stupid, this is so dumb, I can't believe we have to do this. And, like, I was doing that too, obviously. But even I was like, this is so weird, like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. So, after we sat there for an extra 45 minutes, after the day was done, they came on the announcements like nothing had even happened. They came on the announcements like it wasn't 45 minutes after the time that I was supposed to be at home. Thanks, we can go to our houses, like, finally. Anyway, it was honestly a crazy experience, and I did a really bad job explaining it because it was so long ago. I can remember it really clearly, but also I can't. You know? Like, I remember the feelings and stuff, but I don't remember everything that happened in, like, what order. But This was a really bad story time, but I'm absolutely exhausted, and I just wanted to film something so I could get it edited and uploaded so I would stop feeling so terrible. Even though I know the only people that are subscribed to my channel are like the lads, and they like don't care. Hi guys, I love you. Like whatever. But you know, I just felt weird that I hadn't uploaded anything, even though no one cares. It's really important to me to upload. That was the time that I had to stay an extra 45 minutes at school because of a tornado. Tornadoes here, honestly, are just like, they're like the grass and like the corn. They're just there to stay, like the cows, you know. I hope you enjoyed this, even though it was really messy and really quick, and I sound super tired and like I'm about to fall over at any second. That's because I am. Thank you for asking. Anyway, I hope you had a good time. If you did not like this, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please watch another one of my videos and like maybe you'll like me more. I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed, click the subscribe button. This is literally how I always am, you know, annoying and boring. I hope you're having a good day anyway. Click subscribe. Hit the bell. Comment down below. Tell me how dumb I am. Follow all my socials, especially my Spotify, because I got some rockin' jams, man. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Even though it was super boring and terrible and I'm really bad at this, I'll get better. You know, we can just hang out some more. I hope I see you next time. And if I don't, I'll cry. But, bye. And just remember, Gwen hates everybody except you. Okay. Like, peace out.